you ever taken a trade thinking it was a break and retest, but price quickly reversed back inside the range? Just like this. If this have happened to you, then this video is for you. In this video, I'm going to show you how to identify real break and retest setup, the best entry point to avoid failed breakouts, and how you can trade them in different market conditions. Watch closely, because what you are about to learn is an A+ setup, and it can change how you read the market and also moving closer to real consistency. Now let's dive in. So the first step you need to take is to move to your higher time frame. If you are a day trader like me, the 1 hour time frame is a solid choice. But with further, let's draw out the exact structure we'll be looking for on our 1 hour time frame. Take note, this is the exact structure we'll be looking for on our 1 hour time frame. Here is our resistance zone, and here is our support zone, and most importantly, our liquidity sweep. And right here is our opportunity zone. This is where you look for a break and retest setup. But before we continue, let me explain what liquidity sweep means for those of you that may not be familiar with it. A liquidity sweep occurs when price moves in a key area where traders have placed their stop loss and pending orders, just like this. Once the liquidity is taken, it often signals that institutional players have entered the market, using orders to fill their position before pushing price in the intended direction. So instead of getting trapped by this move, we use liquidity zone to determine our bias. Keep in mind that this structure shown here is currently in a ranging market condition, not on trending market condition. So let's go back to our chart. If you look closely, you can clearly see that the market is currently ranging. So from here, let's mark out our levels, our support and our resistance. This will give us the overall structure of the market. Now look closely to the price action. You often see that price break the zone, then move back inside the box, then it breaks the resistance and again move back inside the box. What actually happened in these two zones is what we call liquidity sweep. So let me just mark them out for clarity's sake. I'll have to follow the market a little bit so you guys can understand clearly. This particular zone is what refers to a liquidity sweep. This is the particular point most traders jump in thinking this is a break and retest. What actually happened here is what we call liquidity sweep. The market is taking out stops, grabbing liquidity before moving in the right direction. So instead of reacting to every breakout you see, wait for a liquidity sweep on your 1 hour time frame or any other higher time frame, then use that to determine your bias. Once your direction is clear, your bias is clear, then you drop that to your 15 minutes time frame. Let me draw the exact structure we'll be looking for in our 15 minutes time frame. If you remember, I drew a big circle and labeled it opportunity zone. This is because the area inside the box is where your entry and exit will be. So as you can see right here, within that circle, wait for a break and retest structure to form inside that box or circle. For clarity's sake, I just use circle, but your entry and your exit point is inside the box. Then you map out your resistance zone, map out your support zone, and as you can see right here, this is your retest zone, of which you may know if you have been trading break and retest strategy. Then this engulfing candle here is what we use as our confirmation. I will explain more about it. So that is the exact structure we'll be looking for here in our 15 minutes time frame. So let's come here and mark out our support and our resistance. So you can clearly see that the new structure will be formed on the 15 minutes time frame. Now let's draw our support and our resistance so clearly on this 15 minutes time frame. Please notice, if your bias is buy, you wait for a 15-minute break and retest structure regarding buy on your 15 minutes time frame. Then if your bias is sell, you wait for a break and retest structure in your 15 minutes time frame regarding sell. So, as you can see right here, price already broken the support zone and it is retesting back to the support zone. At this point, it's clearly shown that the market has shown us a clear break and retest, but you don't have to enter yet. You will have to wait for a clear candlestick pattern. That's our confirmation candlestick. For this particular case, we'll be using a coffee candle as our confirmation candlestick. But in most cases, you might see a momentum candlestick or maybe a break or structure on the lower time frame like the 5 minutes and the 1 minute. But in this particular case, we'll be using the coffee candlestick as our confirmation candlestick. These are the 3 candlestick patterns that work best in this particular setup. Remember, this is an A+ setup, so anything you skip might reduce it to a B setup or C setup. It all depends on you. In this case, we have confirmed our engulfing candle. As you can see right here, that is an engulfing candle. So once you have confirmed the engulfing candle, the next thing, you place your sell, the next candle after the engulfing candle, so then you place your SL above the current retest zone, then your take profit close to the nearest possible zone so far. Keep it simple, don't overcomplicate things. And if you don't understand this video very well, you can go and rewatch it and understand this A+ setup. So if you find this video useful, kindly click on the subscription button so you can get notified anytime I drop a video, and don't forget to like and share.